Hello people of YouTube, this is part 6 of my layout videos and model train reviews, or at least the trains that I have. This model is a Bachmann Trains model of the Hogwarts Express from the Harry Potter movies, and well, she's old. I got her many years ago. She's been used a lot, beat up, smashed up, crashed up, stuff like that. This one I also cut out the fake coal load and put in a thing for a real coal load. Oh, always wants to roll. This is just a standard Bachmann Trains model. It's not the Bachmann branch line. But even though it is made by the American company, they did, do this locomotive pretty well. Which this is actually, this locomotive, in real life is the name is Alton Hall. That's the locomotive's name in real life, and it is this color and paint scheme and everything like that, and it is preserved. It still does run and does tours and everything like that. And this detail you see here, I put all that in there myself. Believe it or not, I put all that in there myself. I painted all that and everything years ago. And the little fake gem right there in the firebox, when the light hits it just right, it makes it look like there's a little firebox flicker. As you can tell, she's really old. I mean, you can tell. I mean, the beat up rods and all that stuff. And at even one point I had to put this rod back in because the original part that holds it in, which is just like a little piece of circular metal on this pin right here. No, it's actually not a screw, believe it or not. At least as far as I can tell. Oh, yep, it is a screw, but this is the original screw. This is not an original screw. This is a screw that I had from one of my older models. So, I had to... Man, these rods are thin. I had to, make do with what I had at the time. And that's what I did. Anyway. And I just noticed something. That these rods are on wrong. They're backwards. So, let me show you guys. Oh, sorry about that. Max, move out the way. Let me show you guys how to fix a little problem like that. It's pretty simple. But still yet delicate work. It's like bonus part of the video. But anyway, just... This is from my Hornby Live Steam Golden Fleece set. Most of the time, whenever you get a model train, the screws are somewhat kind of universal. And as you can see, there's a little bearing right here. Be very careful with that. Make sure you don't lose that. Like I'm about to. There we go. I mean, it's not necessarily a bearing, I would say, but it is, like, it's almost like a little, I don't know. But anyway, let's do this right quick and flip these rods around, shall we? Flip these rods around, and there goes my tool. Shit. Excuse my language, kids that don't curse. Flip it around. As you see, it's all scratched up. So what I'm gonna have to do is switch it around like this, because I think this is how it's actually supposed to go. Yeah, definitely how it's supposed to go. Yeah, definitely. So this rod is like not even in the right place, but I will keep the screw where it originally was. Whoops. Let me do this one right quick. Oh, free spinning wheel here. But the connecting rods are connected on the other side, so that should kind of help prevent any mishaps. Grab that. flip this around. Wait. Wait. No, wait. Since this one has that, then why does... Oh, wait. Yeah, there's supposed to be, like, 2 of them for each. There's oiling part for this. Basically, what these little parts right here are, these little flat parts right here that I'm touching, that's basically to represent, like, a place to oil the bearings inside the rod. So, you know. Let me see how it's connected on the other side right quick. I'm going to take the screw out. Whoa, don't fall. Okay. Whoop, and there goes the rod itself. Oh, well. Yeah, these rods are on incorrectly. And in the back, this one... No, this is completely wrong. Yeah, this is completely wrong. Somehow, I mean, I just like to pay attention to detail, guys. Somehow it got switched around. I don't know how, but it did. It did get switched around somehow. I think I know how to fix this problem. Let's see here. I think I do know how to fix this problem. Let's see here. Just, I'm gonna have to remember what screw is for what and on which side. This goes here for this part of the wheel. This goes for this. This goes for that. Anyway. My fiance's acting up next to me. Just being a nut. About to show her face on YouTube just to embarrass her. Yeah, that face says if I do that, I'm in trouble. So, obviously this one right here is stripped out, so I really can't do much. Crud. I'm gonna just have to do it later. Sorry about all this, guys. Huge apologies. Because I wasn't planning on doing anything like this. I really wasn't. I really honestly wasn't. It's like I just noticed it, so I'm gonna just have to do it later off camera. Let me just get this fixed right quick. And no, I do not know how to edit YouTube videos to the full extent yet. But what I can do is, you know what, I'm gonna just flip this one back around because it's just gonna look uneven. Do this. Then put this little bearing back on. Crud, don't you dare fall away on the floor. Don't you dare. Okay, this is obviously not right. Is this right? Yeah, it is right. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, put the screws back in right fast. Just right quick. Okay. Or never mind. That ain't gonna work because I'm gonna have to start it off by hand. Very delicate work working with these thin rods, people. You just don't know. But for some of you model railroaders out there who are watching this video, which I don't know why you would be, because these are just completely amateur videos. These are just like beginner noob videos for this. No, I did not fart. That was the chair. In case some of you actually heard that. Whoa. Too much torque there, buddy. Let me put the connecting rod. Let me put the connecting rod back on. Put the connecting rod back on. Back in it. Whoa, get rid of some hair here. From days of. That's from the olden days whenever this thing used to run on the floor, carpet floor at my grandparents' over here at my grandparents' house in their living room. Okay, let's slowly put this in there. Okay, that'll work. Big side. Bam. I don't know how the hell that rod got like that, but it did. Weirdly enough. Okay. Well, now it's, okay, it's a little too tight. Don't want it that tight. I want just a little bit of play in it. There we go. That way you can move freely. Again, sorry about all that, guys. The locomotive does have the slimline couplings, but it's not NEM to where you can put your own coupling in there. Over the years, it has lost the actual hoop, as you can see right here where my finger's at. In fact, sorry about that. In fact, if you see right here where this little part right here, where there's a hole and then a little rod right here, underlined by this tool, that's where the hook would have been. But over time, it just, lost the hook. Very nice model when I first got it. Just beautiful condition. Of course, when I was young and dumb, I didn't know that on the Great Western engines that little piece that like kind of goes right here that kind of sticks up a little bit was actually supposed to be on there. So whenever I was younger and dumber when I first got this set, I cut that off. I didn't know that was supposed to be on there until after, I actually looked at pictures of the real locomotive and all that kind of stuff. But here you got your little safety valves in the dome in one, I think. I think they put the dome and the safety valves in one. No, that doesn't make any sense. But here you got your little whistles. No, not made out of brass, but you do have a nice metal handrail going all the way around the thing, connected in one piece. So be careful when you handle this locomotive. Very nice model. I'm just doing a review on it, even though I gave it to my fiance Kayla, who's sitting next to me, writing down some stuff. Not much other detail on it. I mean, it is nice that they included, little glass windows, which are coming out from years of use. No sprung buffers, but it does have the express passenger head code. The lights do not light up, but as you can tell, they painted it to look like that. You do get a little brake pipe right here. You do get like what in Britain in real life would the locomotive would use to couple up to a train. And I find this really nice that they added this detail on the tender. They put the little mini buffers here. If you can see that. The little mini buffers, look. Little tiny mini buffers right here. Look at that. All right here. Little mini buffers. Really cute. I like that little detail that they did. It would have been nice if they would have painted these things right here. And of course a little fake coal load right here, which I decided not to cut out. And I decided not to cut out this piece of it either, because that would have been too much pain in the butt to try to keep the coal in this little one confined area. It would have just kept falling out, and Kayla did actually trip over it the other day at the apartment. Last night I think, and this happened. But I mean, hey, it's a model train. It's tough for what my grandfather paid for it. And the coaches up there are actually her original coaches that I repainted gray. Whoa, sorry about that. I forgot to lock the neck razor on the, or whatever, I don't know what they call it, but it's a little part that you crank to raise or lower the camera to get better height, even if your bipod is all the way extended, like the legs are all the way extended and you still need more height. I also did have to take this middle wheel out years ago, and they did put the water scoop in, which is a really nice touch. I did have to take this middle wheel out though, because of the main reason being it just, it was just causing problems for the tender, and the tender was always derailing whenever it would go around curves. So I just took the middle wheel out, that way it wouldn't derail. I know it looks wonky, but hey, what are you gonna do? No sprung buffers. I think I already said that. But it's still nice for them to put them. And if you look right here, they have little lamp hooks right here, which is a really nice touch. I don't know where the brake piping right here went. That's probably done been gone. And I don't know where the other little hook right here went. That's probably done fell off over the years. Sadly, no handrails on the... I mean, yeah, they do have handrails. I'm sorry. Yeah, they do have handrails, but it's freaking plastic, as you can tell. And this one, you can definitely tell it's plastic for proof, because, I mean, look at it, the way it was basically just molded along with this. You know, so, I mean, hey, what you gonna do? But, they did add, you know, nice riveting detail, you know. That was nice of them to do. You know, a little bit of detail for the axle boxes and the, you know, leaf springs. You know, little brakes. I don't think it even came with the brake rods for the tender, but, I mean, I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. And, of course, a little part right here that would have went right here, just like this one right here that I'm touching for the brake rod to go through. It then popped off. I don't know where the hell that went. Shamefully, they did not add in any brake detail whatsoever on the locomotive itself, which I find that is very sad, because it's like, come on, it came in a set, but still, it's like, come on, man, you could have added that detail, Bachmann, like, really? And believe it or not, I don't know how the locomotive picks up the electrical current, but when you take this off right here, this plating with the screws, there is actually no contacts touching the wheels. I don't know how it picks it up. What I'm guessing is metal wheel, metal through and through the spokes of the wheel, and then like metal center rod and like a metal bearing. That way it can collect electricity. And if I'm not mistaken, when I did take this locomotive apart long ago, the whole inside of the chassis for the motor and everything is solid metal. So I'm thinking that, you know, metal wheel, metal spokes, metal axle goes straight to the metal chassis and goes straight to the motor and powers the motor, which is really cool. You don't have to worry, which, I mean, I wish all other train companies like Hornby and, you know, other Bachmann models would have this, because it eliminates the problems of contacts. You have a metal chassis on the inside. You have all metal wheels and all metal axles. All you got to do every now and then is just kind of clean the axles a little bit. Not even. So you don't even have to clean the back of your locomotive wheels, which is such a painstaking task sometimes. I mean, I don't know when the last time I cleaned the back of the wheels of this locomotive. I mean, I have cleaned the front of the wheels lately. Let me see something. It's a little dirty, but I mean, this thing goes over dead zones like crazy, people. I mean, this locomotive can go over dead zones with almost no problem. Oh, Lord, hi there. That just completely... Look, what the heck? It's like spit take. What the heck was that? I know, I'm weird, people. Forgive me. You know, nice riveting detail right here. Again, there's the cab detail. Let me get a small lighter, that way I can show you guys the full extent of the detail. Boom. There you go. Full extent of the detail. Anyway, and yes, if you're wondering if I really did paint that myself, I did. Like, honest to God, I did. But anyway, let's get her running with her original coaches. And the original coaches, I wish I could show you the original paint and stuff. I mean, it was really just the same color as this, basically. Whoa, don't you dare fall off this fucking table. I swear to God. No, I don't swear to God to take that back, but still. Okay, let me get this set up. And of course, just like IC82, a jet goes over when I do a review. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Pretty sure you probably can. Friggin' jets. Oh, that's all the way extended. Well, that sucks. Anyway, let me get this tripod, done right. And while I do that, look at the layout. And I know there's like rats poop and stuff in the road. I know I need to vacuum it up. Because like I said, I live in the state of Louisiana, specifically the city of Lafayette. I'm not gonna, go any more detailed than that. But we'll say this much: we do have a lot of rats and snakes out here. Not as much as other states in the country of the USA, but it's still somewhat of a problem. And roaches too. Oof. Freaking nasty, big, huge German cockroaches. Anyway. Let me get this bipod a little bit more extended. Again, sorry about this, guys. That's the only bad part about having a big tripod for YouTube videos. Oh wow, I like this view. I really like this. You know what? I'm gonna just be brave. Right quick. I will show you guys my face on YouTube. I will show it. 3. Make sure my hair is nice. Which it isn't. Anyway, I will just show you guys what I look like, because Will Spilsbury does it all the time. He's pretty much my inspiration for doing these kind of YouTube videos. So 3, 2, 1. What's up? Anyway, now you guys know what my face looks like. My fiance Kayla just sitting next to me chuckling. Now you guys know what my face looks like. Sorry, I had to get a little laugh out of that one. Let's go ahead and hook this locomotive up. The coaches, they're just, I'll show them to you guys, but I repainted them to match the silver link. But Kayla, will you quit laughing? Or I'm gonna show your face too. Anyway, as you can see, this is the original color, the red right here. If I would scrape it away, all the original color would still be there. I just have to do it very delicately. Probably use a little bit of non-toxic, environmentally friendly paint thinner to remove all base paints. Hopefully it wouldn't remove the actual original coloring, but I assume it probably would, because it is paint thinner. Which paint thinner is not just used to remove paint, it can also be used to thin out paint to use in a airbrush. In a compressed airbrush. Anyway, let's put her on the track, shall we? And the couplers have, like I said, lost their, their hooks. Same thing with the tender, I think I showed you guys that, but the tender has lost its hooks, and so is the front of the locomotive. Which, it can still pull. Alton Hall on YouTube, the real version of this train, the real one, I saw it pulling passenger cars on YouTube the other day. And not pulling as in going forwards, pulling as in the tender is first. The tender's going first. So just for the heck of it, you know what, just for the purpose of this video, just for you guys, very few people who watch my videos, I will put some fake hole in the tender. Probably could use it a little more, don't you think? Jeez. Probably use a little more. As they used to say in the railways when you were a fireman stoking the coal in a steam locomotive's firebox. Shove coal into the firebox little and often. Alright, Max, you want to go out? Go out. Hold on. Let me show you guys something. Little runt. Little fricker. Maxie! Buddy! Look at the camera! Buddy! Maxie! 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 What you doing? Kayla, what you doing with that dog? Love you, buddy. No, right. Anyway. Hold on. Give me a second, guys. Kayla, what time is it? Damn, it's already almost 2 o'clock and I gotta go to work tomorrow. Shoot. Huh? I'm glad. I know. Tell me about it. Anyway, let's get her running, shall we? Plug up the remote. Chill, believe it or not, this thing fell earlier the other day, and it's like, really, dude. Why is it not? Oh, that's why. Okay, let me push this to the side. Whoa! Don't want it to fall again. I'm trying to prevent it from falling again. I should have put some, nailed some boards on the side right there. Oh wait, look, a coupler. Is that a good coupler? Yes, it is a good coupler. Hi there! Give me a second, guys. Let me put this in a bag. No, wait, in the container where I put the good couplers, not the junk ones that don't have no more, springs. And it's not, hook and loop couplers. It's, the, what you call it? The, American style knuckle couplers. Anyway. Man, they say when you're, shoveling coal into a steam locomotive, no piece of coal that you, shove into the firebox of the steam locomotive should be larger than a man's fist. If you ask me, compare this guy right here, HO scale man, to this lump of coal. That is way bigger than a man's fist. Look at that. Jesus. Look at that. It's huge. It's almost as big as him. So yeah, definitely the fireman's gonna have a tough time breaking those pieces of coal apart before he shoves them into the firebox with his pickaxe. Because that's mostly what they used back in the day to smash the coal into proper size. Then again, even when they did that, they didn't even double check and make sure that the piece of coal that they just broke up was no larger than his fist. So, oh well, waste of coal. Which there are many determining factors of how a locomotive can easily waste coal. Poor maintenance is one of them. Not enough primary and secondary air as well. Shoveling too much coal at once. Also, not keeping the smoke box ring clean as well. That'll do it. From what I've heard. You know, just not servicing the loco properly. Oh, and the battle plate on the inside of the firebox. Also, if it sometimes happens, instead of being like this, it becomes like that. And some of the secondary air from the dampers going through gets unwarmed by the brake arch, and you know, it hits the tube plate, distorts the tube, everything like that. Expensive repairs. There are many different factors. So yeah, people, if you're thinking about going to work for the British Railways, or those of you in Britain who watch this video, if you're thinking about going shovel coal on a steam locomotive, preserved one, which y'all have tons, we barely have any of them over here in the USA, shamefully, which kind of makes me upset. But the ones that we do have are like such a far drive from where I live. It would, oh my God, it would be like a 2-day drive. It would be like a 2-3 day drive. Just go on a steam locomotive for an hour or two. Then, since probably wouldn't be able to afford a hotel, drive all the way back. I think they have one in, and I'm sorry I'm rambling, guys. I'm just trying to give you guys a little bit of information, you know. Educate some of you who are new to the hobby and, you know, just new to trains, period. Again, kids, you see what I'm doing here? Don't do it. It's addicting. Don't do it. Please, I beg of you. Those of you who are watching this video and just saw that cigarette in my hand, for the love of Jesus Christ and all that is decent, don't smoke. I'm telling you, you will regret it. And I'm being dead serious. You will regret it. Because I can't quit now. I'm hooked. And I started back when I was 17 years old, and I'm 22 now. And I just can't quit. I'm just too hooked. So kids, those of you who are young, and those of you who are in your teen years that are thinking about smoking that are watching this video, people all over the world. I'm not just talking to Americans, I'm talking to everyone in the world. Teenagers and little kids watching this video. Do not smoke. I'm telling you, you will regret it. Big time. And don't believe me? Ask people that you know that have smoked and that have quit. Because trust me, when you quit, it's a lot. It's just better not to start smoking altogether, but the people who have never mind, I'm going to quit talking about this. Just don't smoke, please. Anyway, what was I saying? Crap. Again, kids, don't curse. Anyway. Let's see here. Yeah, let's give her a little bit of power. Oh, yeah, as I was saying about the Preserve Railways, they have one, I think it's called the Denver and Rio Grande Railway. It's somewhere near New Mexico or in New Mexico. I can't completely remember, but they also have one in Rusk, Texas. It goes from Rusk, Texas to Palestine, and then from Palestine back to Rusk. Very nice. You know, it was nice. They let you in the steam locomotive cab, take pictures and all that. To be honest with you, whenever I went and saw my first real steam locomotive, I cried. Because you just don't see real locomotives like this anymore in America. Unless you're lucky. Or no, unless you have the money to travel to these places. Which I live in Louisiana. Rusk, Texas is not a far drive. I mean, it's somewhat of a far enough drive, but you know, it's just saddening. And if I must say, any of you Britons who are watching, you're lucky to have steam locomotives still running your rails. Because most of it nowadays over here, all we have is just soulless box-shaped diesels. Which I do have a couple of diesel locomotive models. No, 3 of them. But, you know, I do have some diesels that I like. One of them is the Napier Deltic prototype, the one that was blue with cream stripes. The one that had a huge accident, I think, blew its motor or something like that, and now it's sitting in the National Railway Museum in London, in Britain. York Station, I think, in London, yeah. I think the museum is actually built into the station. That's how big that station is. Anyway, enough yakking. Let's get this train going. Let's do it! Fail! What in the world? That was funny. Epic fail. Epic fail on the cruise part. Me. Should have made sure the train was coupled. Alright, let's get it. And this model layout does have a few dead zones. It does. I need to try to fix them. I need to replace some of the tracks. But there she goes. And no, this model is not DCC compatible. I mean, you can turn a non-DCC locomotive into a DCC ready or even DCC fitted model. If I may recommend a video, IC82, he does show you, him and his friend Craig do show you how to do that with a non-DCC locomotive, a non-DCC compatible locomotive. They do show you how to do it. So, yeah, Will, I know me and you have stopped talking for a while because you've been busy. But yeah, dude, advertising some of your videos for you, man. But yeah, you guys definitely go check out IC82. I mean, he's got tons of trains. I mean, my God, he does really good reviews on train packs and just single models of diesel and HST and DMUs and you know, third rail locomotives. And did I say he does a lot of steam reviews? And he does really good reviews too. He does models on DCC sound locomotives, DC sound. I mean, just regular DC locomotives, or in just regular DCC locomotives. He does a lot of reviews. He's just an amazing guy. I wish I could meet him. Whoa! Yes, people, and you just witnessed it firsthand of what sometimes happens with this with this train. You just freaking witnessed it. Yeah. And that does get annoying. Back the sucker up. Try to recouple. There we go. Pull her away again. There we go. Guys, actually, give me a second. I'm gonna see if I can put some other couplings on here. No, I cannot. Because it is some kind of weird connection. I've never seen this. Look at that. I've never noticed this. Look how it's connected. The slimline coupling goes all the way down, and then to this screw thing. That's like one whole little piece. What in the world? That is a bizarre. Really bizarre. I would buy spare couplings, but from either Bachmann Branch Line, or even from Hornby themselves, but just so expensive. And most of it, and whenever I looked for some, guess what? They were out of stock. I don't even know when they're gonna even be getting any more. But how shall we do a few flyby views? I guess I'll keep that second coach on there, but shish, what's the point? Just gonna freaking wind up derailing anyway. Or not derailing, just coming uncoupled again. Unplug the phone. Alright, let's get it rolling again, shall we? At a, decent express speed for this locomotive. And here we go. You know what? Let's get a non-normal view that I haven't done yet in this corner.